I got them! Thank you.
That's so great.
Alrighty, so a lot of exciting things, like we mentioned, in the final hour with Heidi Daus of 2019 in jewelry. But I also want to remind you, we have a reveal special coming up at 6:30.
Yes.
Okay, that's about 20 minutes from right now.
Oh
so 6:30 Eastern time, we'll be doing that. So we promised lots and lots of brand new for holiday. This is called Refined Elegance, and it couldn't be named anything better, because it truly, look at it on Victoria right now, that's the amethyst color. It's exactly that. It is refined elegance.
Yes.
Glorious.
It is.
$139.98, 5 flex payments, so under $30. We'll ship that to you. We have the matching earrings going back in either clip or pierced.
Right.
And those are available at $78.98.
They're beautiful.
Good size, too.
Yeah.
Over an inch in length.
For sure.
And about a half of an inch side to side. So you just saw the amethyst. Heidi just put on that gorgeous Montana
Isn't that pretty?
color. Is that gorgeous?
Isn't that beautiful? Look at, I just think that is so handsome.
It is.
Isn't it?
I
think that's
rich looking.
Yeah, it's such a, that's a really good word for this, because, you know, it is not a fussy thing. It is, you know, ultimately Art Deco in style, with those beautiful baguettes and those wonderful, you see these sort of lug-like designs that go throughout, and this fan shape. I think that is so just a really beautifully executed, with the 2 strands of 10mm beads, in this case, what look like the most expensive cultured pearls of the world, but they're a glass pearl that it has such incredible luster, hand knotted in between every single bead. And then we use something called French wire, that is how our jewelry is finished. Now, you can imagine that when you're stringing along, you're knotting in between every single one of these beads with silk cord. When it comes to the piece, what do? You know, rather than have a big old ugly knot, we come through this slinky of wire that is, it's like a thread of a wire that's like a slinky, like, you know, we had when we were little. And you come through that with your needle and go through the piece itself, come back through, so that it is protected at the spot where you are connecting the pendant or the clasp. And then you go through that first bead, and then it's knotted, so it looks, you just can't tell where it stops and starts.
So it's that hand finishing, that's seamless.
Yes. Every single one of these pieces is handmade.
And you know, understand that's why there's a lifetime warranty. You know what? This is a lost art, and we think, and when I say a lost art, I mean, when you talk about a signature, when I always say it's like a fingerprint, I know I could be in an airport, I could be at a casino, I could be, you know, at the market and see somebody, and they will instantly, I'll be like, that's Heidi Daus. Yeah. And then the same thing if they're familiar, but yeah, it's usually it's people stop and say, who are you wearing? Who is that necklace by? Right. You just don't find jewelry like this anymore.
You just don't.
You don't. Yeah, you really don't. So I wanted to show you in this brand new, we also have collection. We have a ring that's available, and we have this gorgeous bangle bracelet.
Isn't that pretty?
In both color versions, in amethyst or in that Montana blue. But right now, we're highlighting the gorgeous earrings and the necklace. The necklace is 17 inches in length and a 3 3/4 inch extender. You know, we had a caller earlier talking about how, you know, if you think something looks beautiful from Heidi on television, just wait till you get it at home. These are the things. Well, and then we had a caller who just ordered her first 2 pieces last visit, and she could not get over how every little, it's like you find something new. It was Sandra, I believe, talking about even the end caps, how beautifully finished or detailed they are in the front and the back. Every little nook and cranny is done to perfection. So
it really is, and including the little bead that's at the end of the chain. That when you put it on, it just falls down the nape of your neck, and it's so pretty. In fact, one time I got a wonderful phone call from a gal who said she was wearing her necklace. She was in church, and the lady behind her in the pew tapped her on the shoulder, and she turned her head, and she said, "Oh, I have to remark on your necklace. You know, it looks so pretty in the back of you." And she turned around, the lady almost fell over in the pew. Because she thought that was the good part. And then she turned around and saw the front of it.
Oh, is that funny? But that's how much attention you put in all your pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that is adorable.
Yeah, so this is one of those pieces that, you know, has that handsome, that wonderful elegance to it that we're known for.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you need that earring to go back with it, I mean, it's just so beautiful. And of course, a wonderful, wonderful earring to go back with perhaps just a single strand of pearls for during the day, or, you know, a beautiful amethyst bead in that wonderful multicolor.
Gorgeous. So amethyst or Montana blue. We have matching pieces that I mentioned that are available. Okay, I was just showing, I forgot this is actually,